I told him, get rid of this Bubble Bobble. Get rid of this random racing game. There's always got to be one random racing game. I said, get rid of that. The only reason people play that is when they waiting to play the other ones. I said, these other two, you can keep. I don't remember what they were. I said, this pinball machine, I guess you can keep that since you love that. But you have to get Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. He's like, what? Street Fighter? He had the Italian accent. I can't really, mock him or anything. I can't do accents and shit. But he basically said, what? Street Fighter? I said, yo, I'm serious, man. And he's seen it in my eyes. The way my eyes widened and my eyebrows went up. And for a second, I guess he felt like he was talking to another grown man. And I was like, Gino, look at me, man. I'm really nobody. I'm just a little big head kid that fell in love with the game and wants it as close to me as possible. As close to me as I can get it. And I just said, look at me, Gino. Street Fighter 2 World Warrior. Get it. And this place will be packed. Gino grabbed the pad, grabbed the pen. He wrote it down. He said, okay, I'll try my best. I said, please, try your best. Please. And I walked out. Man, that motherfucker probably didn't get that game for... It felt like decades, man. But I swear it had to be like a year. I remember seeing Street Fighter in Nathan's and I had to be in like 6th grade. I had to be in 6th grade because there's some people who came into my life later on that weren't there during this time. And I was in 6th grade at this time. They didn't come in my life until I was in 7th grade. Maybe it wasn't even a whole 12 months. It could have been like 9 to 10 months. But that's basically a fucking year, man. Anything longer than a week to a kid is a fucking year. As you get older, time flies. When you're young, you really don't have a concept of time. So you just running around every day, all day. Every day feels like the same day. But when you get older, time starts flying. So, I don't know. But I'll just round it off to about a year. But school would let out. We get on a bus. The bus would drop us off in our neighborhood, which is basically the bus. This is middle school, so the bus didn't bring every fucking student home. It basically dropped kids off in certain zones, and our zone happened to be right in front of Gino's. And every day I ran out of that bus, flew inside of Gino's and looked at the arcade machines, and I still seen dusty ass Bubble Bobble with the glare on it. Gino would be hopping around on the pinball machine and he would give me the look. Oh, sorry, Jay, it didn't come today. Like, alright. Walk out. I didn't even get... People would go in, like, my friend. One of my friends, we played games every day. Basically, we didn't eat lunch, it felt like, because you save your lunch money so you can go to the arcade. And back then, lunch was $1.50, so $1.50 would get you 6 games. Me, it would only get me 2 because I'm not spending my whole $1.50 on them fucking games. I spent 50 cents, and this is before games were 50 cents. Every game back then was a quarter. I never seen nothing more. When 50 cent games started coming around, it started feeling like, yo, ain't 50 cents for one fucking game? Yo, get out of here, man. Started feeling like people putting a gun in my head. I was so used to seeing a quarter for a credit, I couldn't do the 50 cent for a credit thing. But anyways, I was already cheap enough. I mean, that dollar went to snacks. Probably that dollar would go to a quarter juice, little 25-cent bag of chips, and then you spend 50 cents on a candy bar, or you spend 50 cents on just candy, now laters and gummy bears or whatever 5-cent candies you can buy. But every day, man, for months, run off that bus, fly inside of Gino's, look at the wall, see what games is lined up. Didn't see it. Look at Gino, and Gino give me the shrug. Hey, not today, Jay. I'm like, alright. Walk out. All my other friends still wanted to play games. I didn't give a fuck about no other games. My friends like, yo, you ain't playing games no more? I'm like, man, I don't even play my fucking Nintendo properly. I would play my Nintendo, but I would lay down upside down, and when you lay down upside down, you're playing backwards. I would hold my controller upside down. I did whatever to make games more interesting because I was so bored with what I had. And then same shit. Another month go by. Hop off the bus, run in there, disappointed. Hop off the bus, run in there, disappointment. Hop off the bus, run in there, disappointment. Then one fucking day. And it's funny because the day that shit happened, I didn't even go in there to look at the fucking... One day I got off the bus and I was with my new friend. My friend Walt. Walt, his full name Walter. Me and Walt, we were tight. And we were, I don't know, I think my old friend in 6th grade, he moved. But in 7th grade, Walt was the new guy around, and we clicked. We became mad cool. We were like brothers almost. And we got off the bus. I said, yo, I'm about to get me a fucking slice of pizza with, and just pour mad Parmesan cheese on that shit. Mad shredded Parmesan cheese. Parmesan cheese and garlic. And this was back when slices cost $1.25. I remember these prices, man. $1.25 for a slice, man. Now when niggas say $2.25 for a slice, I'm like, yo, this slice better be bigger than a plate. Come on, man. $2.25 for a slice, man. It's so weird, man. Times has changed so much. I ain't even that old, man. I'm fucking basically my early 30s. You could tell because I'm basically giving my age away from talking about Street Fighter 2 World Warrior, but whatever. But I got off the bus. I said, yo, I'm gonna give me a slice, man. I walked in. I walked straight up to the fucking counter. I was like, Gino. I guess he was waiting for me to say, yo, Gino, 4 quarters. I was just like, yo, Gino, let me get a slice, man. And it's like, I was so used to being disappointed that I wasn't even looking at the wall anymore. So I just walked in and went straight to the counter. And Gino's sitting there looking at me. He's like, you sure you want a slice? I'm like, Gino, give me a slice, man. You sure you want a slice? I'm like, yo, Gino, slice, please. Hungry. Yeah, but Jay, are you sure? Yo, Gino, give me the fucking slice, man. He's like, hey, look. And I look at the wall. And then I heard, it's like the sky cracked open. And then angels came out of the cracks. And honey and milk started pouring all over me. And naked females started doing cartwheels around me and rubbing peanut butter on their nipples. I don't even know what was going on. It was just heaven, man. It was fucking heaven, B. And all that shit. Fucking Street Fighter 2 World Warrior in my neighborhood, in my pizza shop, which is basically my territory. And it's funny because Gino said, you still want that slice? And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna play. And he's like, what? You've been begging me for. I'm like, yo, Gino, you don't understand. I ain't ready yet, man. I just wanted to know it would be here. I wanted it to be around me. I want to just feel its essence. I'll sleep peacefully knowing this machine is right up the street. I could basically walk to the pizza shop on my hands. That's how close it was. Gino, you gotta understand, I ain't ready, but just give me the slice, man. And Gino knew I was right, because all them kids, when they walked in, they seen that shit, and I guess they knew what it was. So I must have been the late one. The day I seen it in Nathan's, I was probably the last one to find out about this fucking game, because everybody that came in was like, oh shit, Street Fighter, Gino, 4 quarters, let me get 4 quarters, please. Just have mad little kids with snotty noses and high-pitched voices wanting this shit. And, yeah. I ate that slice, watched everybody play, fumble around. Nobody knew what the fuck they was doing, man. Nobody threw a Hadouken. Nobody did a Shoryuken. Nobody did a Sonic Boom. Nobody did a Blanca Ball. Nobody did a That was Chun-Li when she did the fucking upside down bird kick. That's what it sounded like. It's the same thing as Ryu. Like, Ryu's Hurricane Kick is Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. But when he did a fucking Hurricane Kick back then, that shit was that does not sound like Tatsumaki Senpukyaku, man. But whatever. It was just funny though. Just everybody was just mashing buttons and rubbing the control. And I remember looking at the fucking controls, right? And I seen 6 buttons and I'm like, oh my god, I never seen that before. Like, that day I seen it at Nathan's, I never looked down. My eyes just fixed on the screen. But it being in front of me here in my town, in my block, my favorite pizza shop, it's like, I looked at controls and I seen 6 buttons and a joystick. It's like, yo, this thing got 4 extra buttons. All I knew back then was attack and jump. Attack and jump. That's all I knew. I'm like, yo, this thing, what, one of the buttons, what, like, some of the buttons don't work, so they put extra buttons. Like, what the fuck is going on? But it was just funny seeing everybody with their open palms out, mashing that shit. Just palm, just 5 fingers spread out like they about to draw one of them old ass kindergarten Thanksgiving turkeys. Remember, you just trace around your fingers, and that was the turkey. Just mashing hard on all buttons and rotating that controller. Just 360, 360, 720, 720. Just rotating that shit. It was weird, man, but it was so nice seeing that shit around me. And yeah, that's about it, man. That's my introduction to Street Fighter, B. That's my introduction, man. I'm about to wrap this shit up now, man. It's 1 o'clock, 1:03. I'm tired. I haven't slept for like, it's gonna be 24 hours soon. Gotta get some sleep. But yeah, stay tuned, man. I'm gonna be hitting y'all with these stupid ass stories. I got time to burn. I just felt like, let me just talk about this shit, you know. Just want to talk about this. But yeah. Next time I'll probably talk about me finally learning how to play. And I have so many stories about Street Fighter, man, and none of them are boring. I mean, I can't say none of them are boring. This shit probably bored the fuck out of people, but whatever. I don't care. Even if just one person watched this and it takes them back, that's cool with me. Usually when I hear people say it, I'm like, oh, here, this cornball nigga talking about, oh, if he makes one viewer smile or one person leaves a positive comment. No, but I understand where they coming from, man. If one person just cracks a smile and starts reminiscing about their days playing their favorite game, it's cool with me, man. I just had to get this shit out. But yeah, the future episodes, I'm gonna be talking about me learning how to play. The fights I've seen. Remember, this is the arcade era, man. Niggas did not play in the arcade era, yo. Niggas, I have so many stories. I'm not even gonna get into it right now, but I've seen a lot, man. But yeah, my future episodes is me learning how to play this shit. The fights I've seen. Me forming a crew. Not even forming a crew, but just how crews form from arcades in certain areas, but it turned into like it was so cool because it turned into like a team battle thing. Like me and my homies would go to the arcade across town and we would fight against their homies and see who's the best, you know. And yeah, that's about it. Later, people.